What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ramon, back at it again with another video, and back at it again with a 9th Gen SI. Well, technically my car. So today we're going to talk about the 5 things I hate about this car and the 5 things I like about this car. So stay tuned. Please subscribe to this channel. Please leave a like down below, and please keep it. Alright, let's get to this video. So I'll start off with the likes. The first thing I like about this car, honestly, is the way it looks from factory. And this car with the HMP kit looks so nice. Like, you can look at the body shape, it's so nice and curvy. It looks aggressive from the front to the back, and the side skirts and everything. It just looks more sleek and aggressive. That's what I love about this car. The second thing I love about this car is that basically this car has HMP suspension, but normally the SI suspension is still good too. But basically how the car rides, this car rides so nice. It's so like platform down and everything. For a front wheel drive car, this is a good car. It's not like an Evo or an STI, but like, it's a good car, you know what I mean? And the third thing I like about this car is the interior. So like I said in my old video, the 2014 only came with red SI seats, and the SI seats look really nice. It's just sometimes it's like my downfall though. Like, this third thing on my list is a like and a dislike, because the dislike is it's hard to keep them clean. That's the one thing. Like, you gotta constantly clean these seats. It makes the car look so nice. That's the thing I like about this car too. And also, my fourth thing about this car is basically within interior wise is the whole dash setup. The one thing I like about this car though is that everything's towards the driver's side, which I like, because like most of the old school Japanese cars, everything was towards the driver's side, which I like about this car. So it remakes back like old school cars, you know what I mean? And then this one more thing is within the fourth thing I just like about this car. Sometimes when you're resting your arm here, it's really like stiff because it's hard plastic and it rattles. But like my car doesn't really rattle, but I know a couple of my friends that have this same SIs, sedans, it rattles. It's a pain because you want to rest your arm and it hurts. But for me, it's not a big deal. But for most people, if they have soft arms or like they're really skinny or like bony and stuff and they hit their elbows and stuff on it, it's a pain. It makes sense. But that's okay though. I love it though. Most people dislike it, but it's whatever. So honestly, the fifth thing I like about this car is the way it sounds. Because this car, bone stock, is not really loud, but like it's a nice tone. Like most cars when they come from factory, they sound really quiet. This car, you have a nice little tone, but once you put an exhaust on this car, it's a whole different animal, yo. Trust me. Like, just when you put a downpipe on this car, it's really loud. Even the cab back is really loud. Just doing an intake on the car, you have so much crossover when you hit VTEC, it's so loud. You know what I mean? Any little modification to this car, or like an 8 gen or a 10 gen, it just makes the car a whole different car. That's the fifth thing I like about this car. But overall, my opinion on this car, it's a good car. Like, I wouldn't tell people not to get this car. You know what I mean? It's a good car. Like, it's just my aspect of it. The sedan version of this car, I don't like as much because the way it was shaped. It had different taillights and different front end, and it had different features in a way, like 4 doors and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because I'm a coupe person. I like my coupes. That's the thing. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about the dislikes, and I already mentioned 2 dislikes in the likes I just talked about. So the first thing I dislike about this car, honestly, and it's hard for me to pick because I rarely dislike this car, would be honestly this car from factory. The one thing I would dislike is that the VTEC crossover. It's really like, these motors are really notchy. Like, they're really swerving. They're not flat. They're super like laggy. Put it that way. It's like turbo lag. So these motors, when you hit VTEC, it's like basically you're surging, so it will go and then try to like wave and then go. It's not flat power. That's the thing about it. That's the one thing I dislike about this car. If you're keeping it stock, I suggest you get Honda. It will make your whole SI better. Like, trust me. Like, just to make it more smoother ride and more aggressive, like driving wise, you know what I mean? And your VTEC will kick in faster. It's just these motors are really choppy. That's the only thing. The second thing I dislike about this car, honestly, is that I'm trying to think because it's hard to dislike anything about this car. I would say the orange signal lights, because sometimes I see most people would white these out, but honestly they're not that bad looking. But later on I probably will white these out or do a black housing, but I don't know yet. They're not a big deal with me, but some people like the white clear headlights or they go retrofit, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing, that's my second thing I dislike. My third thing, I said earlier about the middle console with the plastic. I would say about that, and the seats. That'll be my fourth and third thing, honestly. The seats are a pain to keep clean, and the middle console just, it rattles or it hits your elbow and stuff when you drive, right? Because you're trying to armrest it. So, and the fifth thing I honestly will say about this car that I dislike, it's hard to dislike about this car. So you know what? I only keep it at 4 because I don't really have much to dislike about this car. This car is an overall good car. There's no issues with this car. I love this car to death. And honestly, I hope people would think about getting a 9th gen, because most people honestly I know of, they love the 8th gen better because they have the manifold and stuff. But the 9th gen is a good car too, trust me. And you can swap the manifolds on these cars too and make good power. You know what I mean? But overall, this car is a beaut. I love him. I love this car overall. So technically, that's basically all I got to talk about my overall my car. The 5 things I like and the 4 things I dislike, because I can't really dislike a lot about this car because this car is so perfect to me. You know what I mean? So that's it for my video. Please subscribe down below, please leave a like down below, and please keep that notification up to date, okay? Thank you.